served as a central coordinating authority on structural funds in Slovakia. So it means that it was the minister, the committee, or these working groups on partnership. But because of the NGOs in Slovakia being kind of very strong and also having like a common forum, which is called Forum of Third Sector, everyone actually turns to this grouping of NGOs for nominating their participants in this group. So you know, like if they actually didn't involve people from this NGO coalition, they would be like it would be a big mess like in media. You just have to do it. That's just the power of the civil sector in Slovakia.
I think the real question is this: what is the reason why you involve NGOs in many of the stages, especially in the programming stage? And then the question is, what content NGOs can provide and what content is expected, or it's a different reason why they actually involved. So, transparency, accountability, openness with the decision making. My guess would be the latter, because I'm not skeptical about NGO activities at all. I'm very optimistic, but I know the limits that a lot of NGOs have, and most NGOs are not experts in the areas of the youth structural funds allocation. Environmental NGOs are good in the environmental sector. There might be an exception. There's some social NGOs, anti-corruption, whatever. But if you start talking about energy issues, I mean, how many NGOs are there that can provide an expert opinion? And so
environmental are trying, but
I mean, really, most of them don't have the expertise, when it comes to the nuclear power allocation schemes and digital.
For attracting journalists in this approach, do you have like a method or something like this? Because we are trying to do this in Bucharest for urban development, and we are not succeeding because it's not a scandal. We cannot provide names and stuff like that.
Some economic magazines. So we invited, you can like invite, we actually identified these people and we just invite them for some meeting and introduce what we want to do. I think that's the first step you can do.
Yeah,
so you know them, they know you.
This is for a level where the people are knowing what are you talking about. But for the poor people that are living in one country, you can reach them with this kind of information. Do you have a method for this or not?
It's very simple. I think that the first method that you have to use is quality, and that's rule number one. So you have to put all your effort in having a very clear, max one page, attractive news. And that's the first method of engagement.
Headline or very easy to read and have some.
We know all those rules. And we are applying them.
Actually, the problem is that Bucharest has no local media, I think, in my opinion, because all the media here is national one, and they are not interested about local problems. Just if there is a rape, a murder, or something more interesting.
What about the internet? What about the alternative media? Because that's what we found was very useful. You have a lot of smaller newspapers that are interested in such things. With, I don't know, very limited amount of prints, but still they're doing that. Internet portals, very interesting.
Still we can use the internet connection and stuff like this, not to the whole population.
I know, but then the question is, can you address the entire population, and is that your short-term goal or long-term goal? Because I think that would be probably a long-term goal. But the short-term goal is to actually raise the awareness among state officials, public officers, any affluent people that are actually interested in applying and actually dealing.
The call to the ministry, everyone will take care of the call, will actually respond to your call if you are from PI. If you are a regular citizen, nothing will happen. That's the same with my experience. Like
we did all this. We have a portal, we have information, good like this, but if I give these materials to one journalist, he will write no matter what. You understand what I'm saying? Because they are not trained to deal with this stuff.
Because our experience was completely the opposite, and that's why actually we believe. I believe in research as an instrument. I don't believe in it as the final goal. But I think that what it provided us with was a lot of information that we could just throw at journalists, and they loved it. And if you combine it with a very precise and well-written press release, information which is interesting to deal with, information that is very new and has not been used, I really have a hard time to believe that journalists will not write about it. I mean, it has not been the case in Lithuania. Every research, every action that we did, received a lot of information sort of coverage, even if it was slightly negative. That there was Transparency people and civil society institution people are doing something again, because it's new, and usually the news that you have is still negative news because it criticizes the state and public officials. And I really do not believe that the media would not be interested in news that criticizes the government.
Involved on a local level in Transylvania, in urban development and heritage preservation, and we had very, very good media coverage because we feed the media, they live from us. We have been like 10,000.
Local media or is it local media?
Local and little micro-regional. And concerning the focus of the Bucharest media, my perception from the province is that it's too Bucharest focused actually. They talk Bucharest trash. Of course it is trash focused, but it's it is Bucharest focused.
Relation with the media, but in Bucharest it's not like this.
Well, then of course it's also maybe so you cannot change that from one day to the next. But I want to contradict you heavily actually. I have two newspapers which are big, good names.
National?
Yes, national circulation weekly newspaper. That's the intellectual, political weekly, which has on the main page Savat Bucharest, which says Bucharest, a big debate.
Is the organization or is just a title?
No,
because
it's a supplement. It's a week, an additional.
No. Okay.
Well, that's here.
Okay, but this is a very heavy campaign,
Yeah, but it's a lot of work, but you are very far already. You succeeded a lot, and there's a kind of, it was a black spot in urban development till now, and we have a huge problem now because it was a black spot. And it's a campaign that started, the debate is starting right now on urban development. But the thing there's a lot of work in the background done by us too, by your NGO, by other little NGOs and people. Now it comes to the surface. So, and it takes a lot of time to work, to prepare, to make something. Yes, it's an example. But take them step by step, the big one, Romania, and so on. Just put their knock on the door and ask who is in charge of this urban development issue.
Yeah, let's go for coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's my